Hello everyone, I'm SuperDazza.
And I'm Purley.
And welcome to the SMITE Community Podcast, the podcast where we focus on the SMITE community from the past 2 weeks, whilst Purley knows absolutely nothing about it. Purley,
Yeah.
how you doing?
I'm doing good. This is a bit of a rushed recording. I'm sure we'll take our time with it, but it's currently 1 a.m. because there is no other time we can record this.
So yeah, this is Saturday night, well I guess technically Sunday morning now.
Yeah, this is Sunday morning.
Yeah, so I don't know how coherent I'm going to be.
I'm probably going to be worse than normal. I'm just going to be completely out of it. Imagine.
Well, that's not going to be good for the end section, which you have absolutely no knowledge about. So
hold on, so it isn't a returning one, it's a completely new one.
Oh, maybe. It's a good guess, actually.
Don't do this to me.
We'll just have to see. Are you excited?
I am. I'm very excited.
Because guess what?
What?
I'm very excited for the end section.
I should have seen that coming. I'm ashamed in myself.
You should be. Not for that, just in general.
Well, yeah.
First of all, first things first, patch notes. These were big patch notes for a specific reason. To my knowledge.
We forgot to mention we aren't going to be covering any esports stuff in this podcast. If you want that, go somewhere else. There's plenty of places for that. This is only community-based.
Well, we haven't said that in the last 4 of them. I'm just hoping that people know. But
actually,
yeah.
no. There is esports stuff at the end. Just stick around, listen to the whole thing. When we get to the end,
oh no, don't do that.
just keep hanging in there, waiting for the esports.
Yeah, watch the whole thing, and then you'll get to the esports. Promise. Anyway, So, to my knowledge, you have not watched or seen the patch notes.
No.
The one thing that you should be doing... Right, it's okay, I'm used to it. You haven't done it for the past 3.
I thought you were going to finish that sentence. Hey, look, I've been very busy. Doing things that weren't watching the patch notes. So I couldn't watch the patch notes.
Well, that's good because we can talk about them here, and we can get your actual your authentic response to them. Specifically, one big thing that happened in this patch. Do you at least know what that is?
Hera was released?
Who?
No, Hera's Odyssey came out,
her name?
not her.
So did you say... what's her name?
I'm calling her Hera. Is it Hera?
Oh, Hera. Yeah, sorry. I thought you said Hela.
Oh, no. No. Actually, I don't think Hera was released. It was just her Odyssey, wasn't it?
Yes, two patches ago. This patch, Hera was released.
Damn. I haven't been playing the game in a little bit. I haven't had decent internet, so I'm even more out of it than usual. I couldn't even tell you the number of the patch that just happened.
So, patch 519 just happened. So Hera was released. She has abilities, Adam.
Does she?
She has abilities.
Wow.
We should go through these abilities.
Changing the way the game is played. Okay.
Because her abilities are unique to any other god in the game. She's got completely different abilities to any other god. It's crazy. 1
AM podcast is a terrible idea.
So, let's go through them because, to be honest, not much more happened. with this patch, other than some queue times were decreased. Joust was from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. Arena was 3 minutes to 2 minutes. Ranked Conquest was 12 minutes to 9 minutes, which is a big decrease. I've been playing a lot of ranked actually. Actually, I've won 6 out of my last 7 Ranked Conquest games. I'm doing well. I'm climbing.
Well done.
Thank you.
That's one more than it was last time I talked to you, like earlier today, isn't it?
Yeah, I literally played one tonight. So I went 9, 9, and 9 as
You're consistent. I like it.
As Thoth. So first of all, Hera's passive. I know we don't. I think there's been like one god that's been released since we started this, and we didn't really go through abilities with that. But I thought we'd do this. It's a tiny little bit lackluster on stuff. This one, so we'll go through these just quickly.
We can dive into the abilities.
Yeah. So her passive: each time Hera deals damage to gods, while Argus. Right, we'll get to him later. While Argus is inactive, Argus's cooldown is reduced. While Argus is active, each time Hera... Oh, no.
Is Argus that guy that I've been seeing in all the pictures who's like...
Yes.
The Janus Gebskin?
Yes.
Right.
That's the one.
I had no idea who it was.
Yeah. So
so is that Hera's pet then?
We'll get to him... As I said, we'll get to him later.
Sorry.
So each time Hera deals damage to gods while Argus is inactive, Argus's cooldown is reduced. While Argus is active, each time Hera deals damage to gods, Argus is healed for a flat amount, scaling based on Hera's level. Simple enough. For her 1... Now, by the way, you have to watch these abilities because they look incredible. And Hera looks incredible in game as well. They've done really well with her.
This is an audio.
This is an audio.
Format.
Yes, I'm telling you to
describe it in as much detail as you can.
Okay,
Go.
sure. So her 1, Royal Assault. Hera damages enemies in a cone in front of her, right? Before opening a portal for Argus to attack through. So both of Argus's arms will come from 2 portals either side of this square area, and they'll punch together in the middle. It looks very, very cool. Like 2 so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Enemy minions hit by the initial cone in front of her are actually knocked into the path where Argus's fists will punch. So you can group the minions up before clearing them.
Okay. That's interesting. Is there any... Does it damage the minions?
Yes.
Okay.
You mean the initial cone?
Yeah, and the punches. I don't know that there's any abilities.
Yes, it does.
Actually move minions.
Well, slight knockbacks like Ares Flame, and like Guan Yu 3, but not like a proper move. Not for just minions, no. Like not exclusively for minions. There's
plenty of God CC, but there's not it's only just slight knockback on minions that we get normally.
But like I think there are some CCs that move minions, but also move gods, but exclusively just minions. No, I think this might be one of the first. Anyway, let's not dwell on these too much. Polymorph, her second ability. Hera weaves magic in front of her before sending it out. Enemies hit by this ability take damage. If this ability hits a god, it causes their form to shift into a monster. Now, this is essentially what Kernanos' ult does. So it polymorphs a character, it turns them into something else, which means they are silenced and disarmed. But they actually, Kernanos' turn them into like boars. This ability turns them into a random enemy NPC. Like turns them into a random NPC within reason. I don't think like Fire Giant or anything. But like a camp or harpy or anything like that. Turns them into one of those, and it's map specific as well. So, Conquest, it will just turn them into one of the buffs or a harpy. Clash, or I don't know, like Arena has like their own separate like lion thing and whatever, and there'll be Assault.
And you can't cast it on allies and like hide.
No,
in the buff.
You cannot. Unfortunately. Assault, because there's no buffs in Assault, are just harpies, they said. So
not minions.
No.
Right.
And this is a 2-second at max rank polymorph duration.
That's a long polymorph.
But you can still move. Bear in mind, like obviously you can still dodge things. You can still get out of the way of things. So,
but 2 seconds is a long time.
Yeah. Divine Shroud, a third ability. Hera shrouds herself in her divine power, granting her a shield from damage and temporary movement speed that lasts as long as the shield remains. If Argus is active, Argus shines with the same divine power as Hera, causing him to deal radiant damage, which is like mystical mail damage, and move at an increased rate. So, essentially, she just gains a shield. Essentially, she just puts a Geb shield on herself. Essentially, gives herself some movement speed, and so she doesn't actually have a escape as such.
Right, but that's like a fairly decent escape.
That's her protection.
That's her version of the escape.
Yeah. And for her ultimate, Argus the Defender. Hera brings Argus crashing down at a location, damaging and knocking up enemies. On landing, Argus will attack the nearest target. Hera can control where Argus moves through refiring this ultimate onto an enemy. So like how you would target Calder as Scaddy onto someone, but you can like do it constantly whilst Argus is up. To recall him. Wait. Hera can control blah, 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 or if he has a target, to recall him. She can also recall him to her side. While recalled, Argus will defend Hera and attack anyone that gets close. Argus has a hit chain that starts with a normal basic attack into a ground circle AoE, slowing enemies by 20% for 1 second into a line attack. Argus also stays around for 40 seconds with a cooldown of 70 seconds after Argus goes away. But remember, when she deals damage, the cooldown of Argus is reduced.
So while you have Argus out and you're like using your abilities and it's affecting him, after you've recalled him, can you then send him out again?
Yep.
Really? Wow.
So
I like that.
Also, for anybody that doesn't want spoilers for the Odyssey lore,
who is that?
Like, skip ahead a minute. Argus
really?
Is actually, like I've read it recently. Argus is actually the in the Smite lore, not necessarily in Greek. In
you haven't considered. What if I don't want to hear the spoilers?
You're hearing them. I don't care. I don't like. This isn't Greek lore, I don't think. But in Smite lore, Argus is actually made up of 2 of Hera's bodyguards that undermine her. She's like, nope. Loki says, you're not a real queen. You're not a real queen. Queens actually make make proper decisions, and then like these 2 bodyguards undermine her, and she's like, no, I'm gonna be a proper queen now, and literally just fucks them up and just merges them into 2 people. Into one person, and they become Argus.
And that's part of the Odyssey lore.
Yeah.
Seems like weird to be part of the Odyssey. Like that's just Hera lore.
It follows on from Divine Uprising and the Ragnarok event that changed the Conquest map, and the original Smite comics.
Wait, there was Smite comics?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I found out about these last time as well, but I've forgotten them.
Yeah, I haven't read them. I don't know, like
proper Smite comics? Are they?
No, I don't think they're like Marvel comics. I think they might just be digital. I don't know, but yeah. So
when are they set? Are they before Ragnarok?
Yeah, so I think Ragnarok follows on from them. Something like that. But yeah, we got some cool skins. Specifically, we got Godzilla that we spoke about last time. Which looks fantastic. It is literally Scylla dressed up in a Godzilla costume, which is fantastic.
Perfect.
Other than that, that is about it. They didn't do too much, but buffs and nerfs because SWC is coming up, so they don't want to, they don't want to change the meta too much. But they've just decreased Freya and Mercury a tiny bit and nerfed down Amaterasu just a tad. So that is that.
That's good. I like the sound of Hera. I do like the sound of Hera because she's very original. I think she'll have quite a unique play style compared to nearly any other god, but she isn't complicated. Like Hera's got stuck in a rut for a while trying to make really new original gods which are different from anything from before, but to do that they were making very complicated and convoluted gods with kind of weird kits that you need to read 10 times to figure out what's going on, and it didn't quite work for me. But this is a nice god because it's very original and simple.
I think there's a lot going on in terms of what she can do, but each ability is very self-explanatory. Like the one is just knock back minions, damage, and then the 2 is just turn someone into something. The 3 is shield. The 4 is big dude, and he's huge. He's a big boy. You don't want to get in his way.
Really? How big is he? Like in the map?
I think bigger than like any god. He's
bigger than any god. Are we talking like Elder Harpy, Gold Fury, Oracle?
Probably
Tower?
I don't know. Maybe just under a Gold Fury size, potentially.
That's pretty big.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't really know the heights and stuff.
Just roughly.
But yeah, so that is it for patch notes. As always, moving on to the official stuff now. Okay, that's it for official stuff now. Literally, I have nothing.
2 weeks.
I have nothing for official stuff. I feel like a lot of the stuff was just hyping up Hera. There doesn't seem to have been much going on Hera's side in terms of announcements or anything, other than HRX is coming up. Buy your tickets at smitegame.com. Yeah, that's about it. We're not going because we live in a completely different country, and
yeah, it'd be fun to go one year eventually.
I'd love to go one year. Yeah. Absolutely.
Not right now though.
No. But
good to know it's been an eventful few weeks that I haven't been here for.
Absolutely. So let's move on to community stuff then. What people have been saying on Reddit this week. Let's go to Cody Two Hotties post that says, what do you think of F6 warriors? In quotation marks. I never surrender. I use this opportunity to learn how to handle hard situations. End quotation marks. Running into a 1v5 battle, yeah, I'm sure you're learning a lot there. Others might say otherwise, but I wish the surrender system went by majority votes rather than like above majority votes. I understand why others might feel it would be bad. People would surrender left and right and games would never get done. Blah, 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 blah. It's simply annoying when we're down one player and the person holding us back on the surrender is an F6 warrior who has his head too far up his ass to understand it's over. We lost.
Isn't F6 to surrender?
Yes, but I think what an F6 warrior is someone that doesn't like to press F6.
Right.
But at least this is what this guy's implying. I'm not entirely sure of the actual definition, but this person's implying that.
In my head, F6 warrior was like someone who really liked pressing F6,
Well,
and I got confused.
Yeah. But yeah, essentially, what they're asking is, what do you think about these people? That, you know, would you count yourself as an F6 warrior in this situation? Do you feel like, you know, do you think you never surrender? Do you prefer to play out games to better yourself at getting, playing from behind?
Well, it's one of those, like, I don't want to call myself an F6 warrior because there's the whole stigma there. Like, I do press F6 if it's just hope is lost, no one's having fun. But I do think I surrender less than most people. Like, you know, when we're playing in 5-mans or whatever, like, everyone else will be wanting to surrender, and I'll be like, but why? Because I have fun losing. And I think that's unique to me in the whole SMITE community. Like, I still enjoy it when I'm losing. I still enjoy playing the game from behind and figuring out where I should go to get my farm and what I should do and stuff like that. It's still just as... I don't see how your fun is reduced by not having as many kills. It's the same game, just a different play style.
I think it depends for me. If it's a ranked game, I don't want to surrender because obviously if you surrender, that's an instant lose, right? In a casual, like, Conquest game or whatever, surrendering doesn't mean much, right? You can just play another game and then, you know, you get on with it and maybe you'll have more fun in that game. But with ranked, you go in it to win, and if you surrender a game, that's an instant lose, and there is always the potential of coming back from games. Obviously, if it's a complete stomp, and, you know, I feel like there is no coming back from it, then that's a different story. But
yeah, I feel like your mentality in ranked is my mentality in every other game mode.
Right.
Like, kind of, it's the same level of, like, well, anything could happen. Let's figure it out, and, you know, I'll have fun while doing it. But if literally I'm just getting one shot left, right, and centre, then that's not fun. I might as well surrender. And also, I think this is something that, I don't know, it's different. If 3 of my team want to surrender and 1 doesn't, I'll often surrender even if I don't want to.
Right, yeah.
Because when 3 people want to surrender, and especially, like, if they're salty or whatever, it's not going to be fun to play the game out. Like, the 3 of them are going to have a better time because they're going to be out of this game they hate. The one dude that didn't want to surrender isn't going to care that much. And, like, when people want to surrender, there's this whole mentality of, like, a surrender vote failed. People get really annoyed at that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So in that case, I'm more likely to surrender, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm normally still having fun.
Purple Peng 5 says, some battles can't be won. I play the game to have fun, so if my friends and I happen to be getting stomped, we F6 so we can get into a next one and have fun. Which is fair enough. Like, if you're in a 5-man and you're all willing to play another one, then why not?
Yeah, I don't know. Shouldn't tie the fun to the winning.
Haha. Lan Kwao says, did you misspell F7 or am I missing something? And Cody Too Hottie, the original poster, says, I believe I did, lol. Type too fast and no proofreading. There we go, it's an F7 warrior.
F7 warrior.
There you go. That makes a lot more sense. There's Villain Too Deep says, wait, what's up with the twos today?
You right?
Yeah, we've got Cody Too Hottie and Villain Too Deep. Anyway, there's only one thing that can make me go F7 warrior mode. If someone on our team feeds/dives 1v5 constantly or doesn't listen when they're told to retreat and they then try to surrender. Sorry, but that's not going to happen. Learn to effing listen to other people than yourself, you selfish F.
Dude, they aren't going to learn a lesson from you. Don't I don't want to get too like severe here, but like don't put yourself on a pedestal or like think that you're going to be teaching any lessons in a Smite game. If they're angry, they're angry. They aren't going to be like, they aren't surrendering. Well, maybe if I hadn't done these things, then it would have been okay, and they might have surrendered with me. That's not going to happen.
And that's not even your fault. Like it's someone in that state is not going to want to listen.
Yeah, when someone's just passed it to the angry, inting, whatever stage, they're beyond reasoning, and it's their fault, and they're just not thinking.
Yeah.
And it's not even worth trying.
This is coming from the people that one of them gets very salty, and the other one plays with the person that gets very salty. That, you know... Not going to say which one's which or anything, but
I mean,
you know,
it might be obvious by now. You don't get very salty. You don't.
Not recently. No,
You don't. Well, I don't know. You aren't the worst. You don't often like properly flame at people. Like I never see you in chat just typing "Wow, you're bad" or like uninstall or whatever like that.
No, I don't. No, there's no point.
You reply to people who are doing that, which I always think is like adding fuel to the fire and just not useful.
Yeah.
But you don't tend to start it.
Fair enough.
But on comms with you do get very angry, and it is quite funny sometimes.
Yeah. Monkey Taco Breath says, well, why do so few people use mics in this game? And the ones that do are so cruel/heartless. Microphones. They're a thing in the game that, to be honest, I don't use. Yeah, even this guy says, I'd say 1 in 100 players I run into have a mic on. And if they do, then 9 out of 10 of them with a mic are usually very rude. I don't use a mic.
I mean, it's much less effort to BM people with a mic.
It's true.
That's the only reason that I can give for why people with mics seem like dicks.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like the VGS system in Smite is just so good that I can convey a point across. And, you know, there's typing, like I can do minimal typing with some VGS, I can get a point across. Or a tactic across or anything, and I can listen to people's calls and stuff with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in ranked, there's definitely a place for it.
Yeah.
But in casuals, like, if I'm playing a casual on my own, I don't want to be like properly like coordinated and talking. Like sometimes I just want to play a Smite game, and I just want to like not think about talking, if that makes sense. It's like a different kind of social interaction that you don't always want to do.
Yeah.
Like you sometimes want to just chill and just play the game.
That's similar to what Macias the Lunac says, because I'm either in a party with friends, which again is like, you know, is a different dynamic to actually just talking to randomers online. Or nobody talks / listens anyway. And Phil the Blue says, because my mic is so broken that I either sound like the Raijin Donkey Kong skin or like an astronaut. Yeah, it's the fact that not everyone has a good microphone. You don't have to have a good microphone to play Smite. Shouldn't.
I mean, in a ranked game, I think it is worth the tactical advantage to have that barrier of communication down.
Yeah.
And it is much easier to coordinate with a voice than it is with VGS. However good VGS is.
It's true. It's just like I tend to not use it because it's like the people can just snap so easily on voice and get so salty, and people do that in chat anyway, but it's going to be a lot worse on voice, and I just can't deal with that. Soratane Hacksaw on Reddit says, Smite Confession. What are your Smite Confessions? Soratane's confession is the first time I played Jing Chan. I thought you needed to spin the analog stick on the controller in circles to do his ultimate.
Oh, I've got your confession.
You have my confession. Of course, you have my confession. Yeah. Go for it.
I mean, you know exactly what it is.
I know exactly what it is. Yeah. Like, this is the reason probably why I chose this this post. To be honest, go on then.
I remember because you mastered Aphrodite. This was like ages ago, but you mastered Aphrodite. You didn't play.
Oh,
her
so
for a
by the way,
while.
you say Aphrodite so weird.
What, Aphrodite?
You said it in the bloopers as well. By the way, if you haven't seen the
Aphrodite
bloopers, you should
or
probably watch
Aphrodite?
the bloopers. We just uploaded bloopers. You should do that. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the bloopers videos.
subtle
You
plug
make the
aside.
bloopers videos mainly, but they're so good.
Subtle plug aside.
It wasn't very subtle.
You say Aphrodite.
What is it? Is it Aphrodite?
Aphrodite. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, carry on.
Anyway, yeah, you mastered Aphrodite, didn't play her for a while, and then you were like, you know what, I'm going to pick her up again, I'm going to start playing Aphrodite a bit more. And then, I forget what it was, I think it was just like, one of our friends was like, Danny, why didn't you heal me? And then you go, how would I do that? And they go, use the doves, use the 3. And then you reply with, wait, the doves heal? Having clocked 300 hours in the game at this point, probably, having mastered Aphrodite.
Maybe not 300. I think I was hitting about the 100 mark there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe a
This is
little bit
while
less,
ago.
actually. Yeah.
But yeah, you'd mastered Aphrodite, and you didn't know that she could heal.
Actually, it must have been a lot less. You can't go through 100 hours and not know the dove's heal. But I thought the heal.
I think you overestimate yourself.
I thought the heal came from just from the kiss, just from the tether.
Did you not notice being healed by your 3? Like, it's
No,
quite
I
a
wasn't
substantial
observing that.
heal.
Yes, I don't know.
But that's still a thing to this day that gets referenced quite a lot.
Yeah. Do you have one right now? Because if you don't have one for you, then whilst you're thinking, I can do some of these comments.
Yeah, I haven't got one for me. You'll have to.
All right, I'll do some comments. So
Go through the
JEMS93 says, it took me 3 years to realise Hades 3 healed allies.
And that's quite a subtle thing.
It is fairly, yeah. It's not.
I mean, it's not
very much.
You should know it.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like the doves heal.
iPad Kevin Owens says, I thought Jabulonkai ult was a gimmick in Siege that hit both teams.
What?
Exitus Letalis says, I thought Vulcan's auto attacks were melee until rank 5.
Oh my god. That's really impressive. Wow.
Yeah.
You got to legendary Vulcan.
Does that mean? Wait, I don't know whether that means like worshippers 5 or whether that means level 5, like in thingy.
I assume
someone just says. Well, someone just says they're
mastery.
rank 34, so they're probably meaning account level. Either way.
Oh. Well, I mean, you could get to account level 5 without knowing.
If you played Vulcan, though.
Yeah, true.
Can
but
you
that makes
imagine
much
just
more
like-
sense than
just
being
like
legendary
thinking-
Vulcan and not knowing he has
Yeah.
ranged basics.
Can you just imagine one day just like basicking the air and just being like, "What's that coming? What's that thing going forwards?"
I mean, it is just a spark, isn't it, that flies forwards?
It's the thing on the ground.
It's one of the more subtle of the basic attacks.
But it's still very obvious.
It's still really obvious.
Viral Cyclops says, when I first started playing, I thought to auto, you need to spam the auto attack button each time to auto. My fingers were tired by the end of the match.
That was one of mine that I was going to say.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Huh. Have you got any more?
No, that was the only one that I thought of.
Oh, fair enough. That's right. That's pretty good. That's a pretty bad one.
I can't think of anything.
That's right. If you think of something, we'll come back to it. Or next week or something.
Can you think of anything stupid? Anything stupid that I've done. But, like, specific...
confessions.
Things about a character that I played with for a while.
I don't think so, to be honest. No, not anything that comes to mind. No. But if you think of anything, do shout it out. Because we've already gone like 35 minutes. It's great. Like we're about halfway through community.
Okay. There's a lot of community stuff then. Jesus.
Yeah. Like surprisingly, there's a lot of community stuff, and I feel like I've been on Reddit less over the last 2 weeks. Yet. Like I looked through the stuff that I like had planned, and I was like, "This is a lot of stuff." Like I had to get rid of a lot of stuff for this one. Anyway,
it's probably not good to spend 5 minutes talking about how we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, probably not. Web Impulse says ultimates you hate dying to. I'm not talking about overpowered ultimates, just the ones that put the most salt in your system when you die to them. For me, it's Poseidon's Release the Kraken. Because I've been dying to that one a lot lately, and it makes me want to kill the Kraken alongside Poseidon. AA Anthony 2K1 says, effing Kumbhakana ult. Every time I get low, these mother effers come out of the woodwork to execute me with that sheet.
Speaking of executes, I think that's there for me. Executes really annoy me.
Oh, just any execute?
Yeah, because like... I main support, so I'm always in the front line, and like one of the main parts is like judging how much damage you can take and be okay. And I often forget to count executes in that and like take off that 30-40% of my health.
Yeah.
So I'll be running at them and going, okay, and I can take this, and this bit more. Okay, I should probably back off. Oh, and I see an execute symbol on myself, and I just know that I'm dead. I executes.
Yeah. To be honest, I think I agree with the original posters. Really, Release the Kraken for me is just awful. It's just a case. It's just a case of if you have Aegis up, you're fine. If you don't, you're screwed.
True. Yeah, I think I'm kind of again with the support mindset. I'm kind of warped as to how big the damaging ultimates are, because like I'm normally fine.
I think Chewy 1418 has the best one. The dot from a Nox ult is
any dots
the worst. Yeah.
The longer lasting the better, so you have like 5 seconds where you're slowly dying and praying.
Silver actually does a lot of damage.
Silver does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Silver's fun.
And the last 2 Reddit posts actually are kind of similar. Cody Too Hotty again says, which relics do you tend to always choose no matter what? They say some gods just need blink.
Yeah, that was mine.
For them it's Cursed Ankh. They like to go Cursed Ankh a lot. I think for me, personally, I mean obviously Beads and Aegis are the go-tos on like mid and ADC. Definitely blink on junglers, and I think honestly I love going, or I love it when my support, as an ADC I love it when my support has, and as a support I like to go Heavenly Wings. That is what it's called now, right? Heavenly Wings, yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Heavenly Wings. Heavenly Wings and Blink are the 2 main ones for me.
I love speed. Like being fast at things is good and can make you do a lot of things.
I like, yeah. As far as like god specifics, like I really like Shell on Athena.
Mm-hmm.
Like Athena with Shell Heavenly Wings means that your ult is so impactful. Like if you're on the wrong side of the map and as a team fight your team is losing, if you can like ult the person that's low, Shell Heavenly Wings, Taunt, you can easily turn a fight. Like with your eyes closed.
Yeah, and of course
that's always fun.
And of course, as lost it now. As Xmatic Dreamer says, meditation in assault, always.
Okay, yeah.
And
there used to be. I remember. This might be season 1 actually. I don't know if season 2 had it, but when there was the personal meditation, and then salvation was the AoE meditation.
Salvation. Yeah.
And I remember because I played Assault back then more than I do now, and it was like you could press tab and just identify the people that were dicks because they were the ones that had the personal heal and not the group heal. And they've removed that easy identification, and it's annoying.
So now you get the surprise later on who's the dick. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get like the preparation. Like you see the guy with the meditation, and you go, he's gonna be annoying.
Leading off from that, Coupe de Grace on Reddit says, "What are your favorite items in Smite? What are the items that you just like? You like that they're in the game. Do you think they're well designed, or you pick them up every time, or what?" This Coupe de Grace says breastplate of valor, void stone, and spear of desolation for them.
Oh, okay.
Don't
that's
give any
interesting because none of them have.
But,
I guess Deso's got quite an interesting passive. I really like Mantle of Discord. I just think because it's the item where it happens most often that you're so thankful that you have that item. Like, because most items you'll get and they'll give you like a passive effect and you'll be better, but there's no like, oh, this item saved me here.
Yeah.
And I like the Mantle, like, what am I going to do? Oh, Mantle just kicked in, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yes, I can run. That's really satisfying.
I think I like Soul Gem. Like, I liked Soul Reaver before, just because you get that,
yeah, that's fun.
That big spike of power. Obviously that's on Soul Gem now to a degree. Gem of Isolation as well. You get that. You feel the impact of that. And Cronus Pendant I've always liked, but that's always been a fan favourite. And I think the best item in the game is probably Polynomicon.
Polynomicon's fun.
That's a fun
That's
item.
a good item. Gem of Iso is also always fun. It's the passives, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, yeah, sure, there are items that you get every time and whatever, and there are well designed items with boring passives, but like the standouts are the ones with the really interesting passives that like you notice and you're like, that's just happened. That's fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's it for community. But sticking with the theme, let's move on to the suggestions section. First of all, Cheesy Dorito 101. With the flare.
I don't know why that's so funny.
With the Reddit flare, nerf me harder, daddy.
Can we skip this one?
Yeah, it says a god pick suggestion. If the first player does not ban or pass in ranked and wastes ban time, switch ban/pass control to the second player. It doesn't happen often, but there is that occasion where first pick is AFK and doesn't ban or pass, wasting bank time.
Yeah, that's good. I think the only slight issue with that is that other than the top person who's top elo, I don't think the other 4 are sorted by elo. They're just in there randomly. Which means that the second person down isn't necessarily the second highest elo.
True.
So I don't know if you'd need to make a thing for that. But I do like that suggestion. Like, the second person down, who is maybe bottom elo, is still better than the top elo who's AFK.
I have a suggestion. So be top elo every time, and then you don't get that problem.
How would you
just get good?
Yeah, but you still wouldn't.
Don't have name on Reddit. Says has a suggestion. Let us select which taunt/joke we'd like to use with like VET1, VET2, VEG1, VEJ2. There you go. I think that's a pretty good suggestion. I like that. Like, I don't know, you get the random. First of all, I think people hear different taunts and jokes, like on each client. Like, they just hear different ones, which is stupid. But no. Secondly, you know, if they increase the spam, love it.
I'm still meh. I kind of like that it's a bit random.
Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, you could even have a random selection in there, just like VETR.
Or just VETT.
VTT, yeah. Anyway, that is it for suggestions for community. We're now moving on to the end section.
Woo!
Any ideas?
How would I? No. No clue.
Okay, do you think it's a returning one, or do you reckon it's a new one?
From the way you started the podcast, I think it's a new one.
No, I felt I didn't feel very creative this week, the last couple of weeks, because
that's fine. I mean, we have 5 end segments now.
I mean, in all fairness, I made a bloopers video,
which is probably enough to loop around.
Yeah, exactly. I think all my creativity just went into that bloopers video.
Which you should all watch, because it's a very funny and good video.
Well, I thought this would be a really good one to do at 20 to 2 in the morning. Are you smarter than a Fenrir-old?
Hey.
Which is, you know, we've done in the second podcast, I think.
Yes, actually, we're looping around. Is that intentional?
No. But to be honest, it will probably end up being like that. The next one will probably be like, I don't know what the hell we did. Anyway, was it the old Reddit stuff?
Was it Daju?
Anyway,
it might have been Daju.
Yeah, it might have been Daju. For any Americans that don't understand the reference, Fenrir-old, your version of "Are you smarter than a 5th or 10th grader?" Whatever it is "Are you smarter than a 10-year-old?" here? I feel obliged to say.
Yeah. Americans are gonna have no idea.
Yep. So.
And then it's 10-year-old Fenrir-old. It's a clever pun. It's a play on words.
So essentially, what's happened with the question stuff, right? We've done a couple of quiz ones. Tends to happen that there's a lot of thinking time, and we'll finish the podcast. We'll finish the rest of the podcast within like 50 minutes. Or like 40 minutes or something, and then just like for half an hour it will be you just going and
yeah.
So what I've decided to do is actually set a time limit on each of these questions, because it just cuts down a lot of that kind of thing.
This is not okay.
So I thought I'd give you a minute and a half on each one.
Not okay.
Which is, I think, valid. It's
can I bank
more
time?
Than a minute.
Can I save time from one and use it in the other?
No, you can't.
But what if there's a really hard question?
Well,
and a really easy question?
Well, then you go with your gut. So
am I going to need the list of gods up?
No, you're not allowed a list of gods up. And for this one.
Screw you.
Definitely
this
not.
Is getting mean.
Are you ready?
No.
For your first question. So I have 10 questions, obviously, and we'll tally them up as we go.
I didn't realise, when you told me in episode 2 that we were doing a quiz, I didn't realise you were being kind to me.
do you mean?
I felt betrayed, but you were holding back.
Oh, interesting. So you think I should have been harder?
What do you mean?
You think the question should have been harder? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that I've got a timer now, and I can't look at the gods, and it's all...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, let's start with the first question. Hera was just announced. And we've literally just spoken about her, but you'll find that I didn't send you patch notes. And I'm going to assume you didn't look at the patch notes whilst we were talking about those. That was a big mistake.
I want to scream.
Because Adam,
Just talk
a minute
faster.
and a half to guess the... Okay, I'm assuming it's a guess. Guess the title. The title, right? What, like God of Fire, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
What's the title of Hera?
I don't know what she does besides be queen.
It has been said a lot. So this is why I've gone for this. For the first.
Wait, it's been said a lot in this podcast. Would I have heard it?
No. But it's been said a lot since Hera has been announced.
I haven't been paying attention.
I know. Isn't that fun?
No.
1 minute left.
Honestly, I've got to go with Queen of the Gods. I
And
have
remember,
nothing.
you have to say lock in if you want to lock in your answer. It's okay, you don't have to do that before the minute and a half. If you haven't locked in, then I'll just go with your last one.
I'm gonna sit here staring into space, and I'm gonna have to get this one wrong. It's Queen of the Gods. I'm gonna lock that in.
Queen of the Gods locking in?
Yep.
Adam,
Yeah.
you are correct.
What? Oh, okay.
It was
I
even
not-
the name of the patch notes as well. 519, Queen of the Gods.
Well, because Zeus, his title isn't King of the Gods.
No.
So I assumed that they'd got some kind of obscure
But Hera doesn't
thing
really
that
do
she
much.
has power over.
She doesn't like Zeus actually conjures up lightning and stuff. Hera doesn't do much.
Yeah.
She is just
I
kind
was
of the queen.
thinking, what's Hera's equivalent of the lightning? Like, does she have some kind of, she's actually in charge of the rain? I don't know. That'd be cute.
That'd be cute, though, wouldn't it? Yeah, I was just
Lightning and
thinking that.
rain. That wasn't intentional, but it'd be cute.
It would. So that's the first one done. Congrats.
That's really surprising.
Second question. I don't know. I haven't really ordered these, so I'm just gonna go for what I think's the easiest and hardest.
Sure.
What's the name of Sock Puppeteer Tears puppet? So it's said in a lot of the taunts and jokes. And
You've got to
voice
hold
lines.
on. Have you started the timer? You got
I
to
have.
say when you start the timer.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I start the timer as soon as I answer the question. As soon as you had time to think. You have a minute and a half thinking time.
Manny, Hanny, be quiet, Hanny. What does he? No, I know all the voice lines, and I don't. It's something like that. Like Handy or something really stupid.
50 seconds left. Plenty of
I'm
time.
thinking of. For some reason, Manny is what's in my head, but I know it's high res, and they wouldn't resist the chance to put a terrible hand pun in there.
They do like their puns. 30 seconds.
Hand puppet, handy. It might just be hand. For all I
It's
know.
called Fenrir. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, need an answer.
Okay, handy. I'll lock in handy.
Looking handy.
I know that it's going to be cheesy.
What was your first guess?
Manny. It's Manny, isn't it?
It's Manny. Yeah.
Damn it! I really thought Hera's would not resist the urge to put something to do with hands in there.
Isn't like the French for hand like man or something, like man, something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Whether that was part of their decision making, I don't know.
You got better than me in French. You should know that.
I did, surprisingly. Next question. What is the maximum or the cap of attack speed in SMITE?
Oh, I should know this.
What's the number?
Cap of attack speed. I'm tempted to say... Well, attack speed is measured in attacks per second. So I've got to think of what a realistic number is. 2.5. I'm going to lock in 2.5.
Lock in 2.5?
Yeah. I thought it was 250 at first. But I'm pretty sure it's attacks per second, which means that 2.5 would make sense.
2.5 is correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
My brain was
very good.
immediately like 250, and then I thought, wait, I'm not sure that you attack 250 times in a second.
Might be a little bit OP. Let's churn the bug level. Right. Next question. What do we go with? Let's go with... What is the progression of daily rewards that you get in the game?
Ooh.
I want every single one for the point.
Every single one?
Yeah. No half point here.
I'm missing one. 75, 125. This is favour. 75 favour, 125 favour. 300 favour? Or is it 350 favour? There's only 5, I think. And then it's 15 gems, 35 gems. Well, okay, math time. Because it's 50 gems total a week. It's probably a nice number of favour as well. So 75 plus 125 is 200. So I'm going to say it's 500 favour total throughout the week. So I'm going to say it's 300 favour on the third day. So my final answer is... I'm proud of this. My final answer is 75, 125, 300. That's all favour. Then 15 gems, 35 gems. I'll lock that in.
That's your final answer?
Yep.
How many days in the week are there?
Oh, bollocks. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, no, I fucked that, haven't I?
So you failed. You haven't failed on SMITE. You failed on general... on the general calendar.
Oh, fuck.
It's wrong, by the way.
Do I get a second guess with 7 days in it?
No. So the real progression is 75 favour, 125 favour.
Yeah.
250 favour, 350 favour, 450 favour, 15 gems, 35 gems.
Okay. I'm not sure I would have guessed that. Unless that doesn't add to a nice number, I don't think.
No, it doesn't. It's like
It doesn't.
Well, it's like 1,000. Hold on, quick maths.
150 or something.
1,050. Yeah,
might be 1,250.
It's 1,200, I think.
No, because there's a 50 left over there.
So it's kind of
1,250.
nice. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But,
I wouldn't have guessed that though. Well, I've got one correct. I need to be not confident. The one that I thought I got wrong, I got right, and the two that I thought I got right, I got wrong.
You got attack speed as well.
Oh yeah.
So you're 2 for 4 right now.
Okay.
Wait, no, sorry, 2 for 2. How does that work? 2 out of 4.
And I think it's 2 for 4.
I don't care. Okay, next question. VGS question now.
Okay.
What is VVVC in the game?
Let's not cancel that. VVX has cancelled that. VVC. Oh, you've picked a weird one.
Yeah, kind of an obscure one.
And it's an obscure one, but it's not like so obscure that I know it because it's obscure. Like VVVW, which is Place Award for Teleport, which everyone knows because it's stupid.
I mean,
it's useful, but it's just
I actually used
random.
it today usefully.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I didn't, teammate.
VVVC.
Yeah. VVVC.
VVVX is spread out. VVVG is group up.
I was actually thinking about using VVVX.
You should have.
30 seconds.
What are all the triple V? Oh crap! Jesus, the timer. What are all the? I don't know. What could C stand for? What have I heard in the game that begins with a C?
10 seconds. Need an answer.
Conglomerate.
Conglomerate is your answer.
Yes.
Conglomerate.
I'm gonna hit myself when I figure out what this is.
That's wrong, by the way.
Is it? Oh shit.
Yeah. Unfortunately so. Correct answer.
What is it?
Chase
Go
the
on.
enemy.
Oh! Of course it's chase the enemy. Of course it's chase the enemy. Damn!
Unlucky. Conglomerate, you were close.
Just conglomerate on them.
Was that your idea?
Yep. That's what I meant. I should get the point, really.
You can give yourself a point. Your own
Yay.
little points.
I've dropped under 50% now.
You have. 2 out of 5. Adam.
Danny.
What are the 4 stats of Breastplate of Valor? I will give you a half a point if you get 3 of them.
Does the passive count?
You are welcome to give a passive.
That's a yes.
Considering there is
do
no
I need to know
passive
the
on
numbers?
Breastplate of Valor. There you go. Give you that
Sorry?
tip. Considering there is no passive on Breastplate of Valor, I'll give you that tip.
Oh. Okay, well it used to
No
be a
numbers.
passive.
No numbers.
Okay. Because the cooldown used to be a passive, but I'm going to guess that now it isn't, and it's just a regular stat. Cooldown, physical protection, health, and mana. I'll lock that in.
I'm assuming that's cooldown reduction.
Sorry?
Assuming that's cooldown reduction.
No, more cooldown
More
addition.
cooldown.
More cooldowns.
Okay. So that was that a lock-in?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went CDR, Fizz Prots, Health and Mana, yeah?
In fact, I want to say... This is not game marked.
Yeah.
65 physical prots, 300 no, not 300 health. I don't know how much health it is, but it's 200 mana and 25% CDR? 20% CDR.
You get half a point.
Has it not got health on it?
It does not have health on it. Instead, it has MP5.
Oh, of course.
And I believe it's 300 mana. Hold on, let me just get this up. I think it's 300 mana, 10 MP5, 20% CDR, and you got 65 Fizz Prots, right? 65 for protection, 300 mana, 10 MP5, 20% cooldown reduction. There you go.
Okay. Of course I missed the MP5. I don't know why I assumed that because it's a tank item, it's got health on it.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I thought.
in
That's
my
what I
head,
kinda
I
thought
was
would
just
get you.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Fizz Prots, health.
Yeah. Next question. So you're now 2.5 out of 6. Next question. This is a weird trivia one that you might know, actually. Which character appears on Lil Mana's phone?
What?
Okay, I'll give you a little bit extra. So in Lil Mana, the Lil Mana skin, his phone is in his back pocket, and I think it's his back pocket, and on the phone is an image of a character.
Really?
Really, and this is well known, by the way. This isn't so obscure. Like this is a.
It's well known. Everyone makes note of what character is on
It's an Easter egg,
the
yeah.
Mana's phone. Are there any other incarnations of Vishnu in Smite? Sorry, I don't know if incarnations is the right word.
Are you okay? 20 seconds.
What? Jesus. Time goes quickly when you're making weird sounds. Oh. I can't even think of Hindu gods. This time limit really pushes me.
5 seconds. Need a character.
I can't think of Hindu gods. Vamana. No, I meant Ram.
Alright. I'll take Ram as your answer.
It's probably another skin, though, to be honest. Are there any other cool skins?
Ram was incorrect. The actual answer is Kali, but old version of Kali.
Oh, I was gonna say Kali. Oh my god, I'm so angry.
So it shows.
Kali didn't make sense to me, so I didn't say it.
So Kali got remodeled after some backlash with her old booby model.
Some controversy.
And as a little reminder of the old model, they put it on Lil Mana's phone.
I don't know why I was gonna say Kali. I should have gone with my instinct.
Gut, I said.
I'm gonna stick with my gut from now on.
Stick with your gut.
Even though I've already failed at this quiz. This is a tough quiz. I think. Either that or I'm very stupid. Probably the latter.
I think, to be honest, a lot of these things obviously a lot of these things I've made that you specifically wouldn't know, but that other people
Well,
wouldn't.
that was nice
That's
of
the
you.
fun of it.
Thank you.
I mean, actually, no. In all fairness, it's things that I didn't go for things that were too hard for you, because that's just not entertaining. If you're like, nah, pass. Don't.
What am I going now? I'm going
2.5 out of 7. So you can still get over half.
I could still get over half, actually. I won't, but I could.
Okay, next question. How do you spell
Nope.
Cucullin? Cucullin.
Can I type it out?
You can type it out. You just can't type it in to Google.
I'm not
or
going
anything
to.
like that.
CHUCUCUCLAIN? Doesn't look right. I don't think there are any K's in it. I think it begins with CH.
Okay. Good
After
start.
that reaction, I don't think it begins with CH.
Okay.
Cuculain. It's definitely Calain, like it's CLAIN at the end. But the beginning does not look right. I've got CUCHU. Clain. Is there an O? Is it only U's? 30 the balls. This time limit is really mean. Okay, it's definitely not Coca Lane.
Awesome, isn't it?
CHUCUCLAIN.
that lock in?
Yeah.
Can you repeat?
I think it's wrong. I don't have time to correct it though.
Repeat what you said.
CHU
Mm.
CU
Mm-hmm.
CLAIN. If I get one letter wrong, do I get half point? Bearing in mind that I'm losing quite badly.
You don't. Be better. So you think
But
it's...
if I had that half point, I could like get to halfway, and
So
that'd
you
be really
think-
like, I'd have something to fight for.
You think Cucullin is spelled Cucullin?
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh fuck.
It's wrong.
Really?
Correct spelling, you ready?
Yep.
C-U
Fuck.
space C-H-U L-A-I-N-N.
Wait, so it's just Cook Lane.
It's Cucullin.
So there isn't a second U.
Nope. Well, you didn't
I'm
have a second...
confident
Wait,
I
what?
would have
Yeah,
never
there
got
is.
that.
C-U space C-H-U
Oh right, okay.
L-A-I-N-N. Yeah.
Cook Lane. That makes sense. Damn. I didn't know it was 2 words, so I had no chance.
Oh wait, So wait, was yours one word?
Yeah.
Oh right. Oh, I see.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm
I
not
had no
laughing at
idea.
you. Oh, I see. Right.
Sure does sound like laughing at me, but okay.
Colin's been in the game for quite a while. Anyway.
I don't think I've played him.
Next question. Here's an extract from a part of the lore of one of the characters in Smite. Which character
Oh.
is it for? And your time starts after I've ended.
Okay, that's good.
She's been seen in many shapes. The
Ooh,
lurid
female.
seductress, the wrinkled hag, the screaming crow, and worst of all, the washer in the river. For those who witness her cleaning their bloody armour, prophecies a violent end. Time starts.
Okay, the first thing is that I don't recognise it, which means it's probably a god that I don't play or wouldn't have looked at the lore for. The second thing is that there's only one god in the game that shapeshifts, and that's the Morrigan. Because that's the only god that would be able to be like the old hag and the beautiful whatever. I wasn't listening completely, which probably isn't very smart.
Do you want me to
and that's
repeat
the only
it?
guess. Sorry?
Do you want me to repeat it?
No, I think I got the gist.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone else who could fit that I can think of. I'm gonna stick with the Morrigan.
Morgan, final answer?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Cool.
I thought maybe like the washer in the river. Maybe like you would have gone like,
What, Hebo?
I don't know, like a river, like Scylla, maybe.
No, I know Scylla's lore too well. I read Scylla's lore in the last podcast or the podcast before that. Podcast
We read
before
it?
last. Yeah.
Why did we read it for?
Because we weren't sure if it was referenced that she was a child or not, I think.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I remember checking it. And I also know Scylla's lore anyway. She's like one of the few characters that I've just read the lore for because I was curious.
Fair enough.
Okay, question 9. What is it, 10?
Question 10. So
Oh.
you're 3.5 out of 9.
Oh,
Right now.
that's appalling.
4.5 dream. How many Japanese gods are in the game?
Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do this to me.
You know I had to do it to you. That's a meme.
Well done. Susano Amaterasu. I'm trying to picture the god screen. I I've got a pen to click because I'm nervous. I just started clicking a pen that was on my table. But I think it's probably more than 2. So I'm going to keep thinking. Who's on the God's screen? No one. This is very challenging.
It's just no characters.
If I were to guess, I'd say it's 3 or 4.
30 seconds.
I can only think of the name of 2. I'm not going to think of the name of 4, but I think they could be 4. I'm going to lock in 4. It's probably a lot more than that, isn't there?
Do you know what they are?
Amaterasu, Susanoo. If you showed me the gods, I would know which ones were Japanese. But I can't, it's so ridiculously difficult. This is what I've learnt from all the quizzes. It's so ridiculously difficult to, recall a list of gods in your head, or, recall a list of whatever. Because you never commit it to memory. It's not worth it.
I mean, there are quizzes out there that's name all the gods, and it's impossible.
Yeah, and I don't even have time to write them down as I'm going through alphabetically. I've just got to draw them out of thin air.
Shall we count them together? Let's count them together.
You're so mean.
So we have.
God, you're teeth curlingly mean.
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. This is so much fun.
That's why you're so mean.
Isn't this fun?
No.
Don't you agree? Oh man, so much fun. Amaterasu.
Probably 20, isn't there?
Amaterasu, that's 1.
Yeah.
Susanoo. That's 2.
Yeah, funny that.
Kuzenbo.
Yeah.
Is the 3rd.
I
And
should've got my boy to
Raijin
bow.
is a 4th. And Izanami.
Oh, you waited for just too long. Oh.
Is a 5th. Hachiman is a 6th.
Yep. Yeah.
That's 6. 6 Japanese gods in the game. Man.
I should get better at this in future. I should
That's the idea.
Go through.
The idea is to get you a little bit. I mean, you are now more knowledgeable than you.
You've failed. This is my worst mark so far. Worst mark so far.
Yes, but you've learnt a lot.
Although what I have learnt is, when listing gods in my head, I should really sort by class.
Yeah, I think when doing the name all the gods things, I mix it up. I'll start with class, and then I'll go through pantheon, and then I'll go through role, conquest role, and then I don't know, mix it up when it's such a small.
I think I need to do that, because I would have easily gotten Kuzenbo if I'd have just thought through the guardians and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Izanami would have come to me immediately as well, and Raijin.
Well, that is it. And also, you've learnt there are 7 days in the week. Speaking of 7 days in the week,
what? I don't know where you're going. This.
2 of them we upload on our YouTube channel.
That was a flawless segue.
We have a speed art video that comes out every Wednesday, and we have community concepts that comes out every other Sunday, which we've just released a bloopers video for. Go check all those out because they're pretty good.
And keep an eye out for random Friday videos from now on, like the bloopers video.
Yeah, I mean, that might not happen for a while, but yeah, Fridays we want to upload on.
Look, we're never going to meet their expectations, so we might as well just raise the expectations really, really high, and they might stay hoping that we'll fulfill it. So daily upload starting next week.
Oh no. So at some point I want to upload these to SoundCloud, because that's kind of where podcasts should be, and not on YouTube. So that you can download them easy. I think SoundCloud you can download things easier on, right?
It's probably a setting, like...
Yeah.
Check downloadable.
Where
else do podcasts go?
Spotify, but I think Spotify, like, costs to put them on there.
Spotify changed their system recently. Did you not hear this?
No.
Spotify now, if you upload things to Spotify without a label, just as yourself, it's free and you earn all royalties that are made.
Oh, interesting.
Like 100%, and it's completely like just literally YouTube but for audio.
That's very cool. I didn't know that. I thought I thought you had to pay a yearly fee to upload them.
It did, and you used to have to go through a label or a licensing company or something to get there.
You don't need the yearly fee anymore?
I don't think so. That was a change like a few weeks ago. Like it's really recent.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this SMITE podcast. This is about SMITE.
Mostly about SMITE.
And other than that, yeah, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, where we'll be discussing 520. Blaze it. Take care, everyone.
Wait, that's not... I don't think that's the number.
I think it is. I think you're wrong.
Oh wait, bye-bye.
Thank you. Jesus Christ.